Hey guys, so today what I'm going to do is I'll be changing out the pickups on my Gretsch Electromatic Center Block Junior. So these are the stock Broadtrons. These are the black top Broadtrons that came with this guitar, and I'm going to be swapping them out with the Paul Yandell Duotrons from TV Jones. So TV Jones is a very respected American pickup maker that focuses primarily on Gretsch pickups. So Gretsch pickups are a little bit different than your typical humbuckers, like PAF style humbuckers. Those are just regular Gibson humbuckers, and a lot of aftermarket pickup makers focus on those. But not so many aftermarket pickup makers focus on Gretsch pickups because their routing is a little bit different. So I actually need to get some special adapters, I guess, if I want to mount these ones. Because yeah, I guess the pickup mounts for Gretsch, they have different holes and everything, different sizes. So it's a little bit different compared to a Gibson humbucker. And yeah, the pickup maker most well known for making Gretsch style aftermarket pickups is TV Jones. And they have a wide range of replacement type pickups for the Gretsch style. I was also looking at the Ray Butts was it Full Fidelity or whatever, and their Magnetron pickups I think look really cool as well, but decided to focus on the Duotrons because I think this is what I really kind of want. Is I want to have these Broadtron pickups are like relatively high output. They're designed by Tim Shaw, who is a well-known pickup maker, but they're a little bit too high output for me. I want something a little bit more vintage, but not quite as vintage as a TV Classic. So TV Classic is the classic Gretsch Filtertron sound, but those are like, I want something like a little bit higher output than that, but not as high output as the Broadtrons. So not like a Supertron or anything. But these Paul Yandell Duotrons, according to TV Jones, should be right in there, right in between that vintage sound. So not as low output as a Magnetron or a TV Classic, but not as high output as a Broadtron or a Supertron either. So or a TV Classic Plus. So yeah, these are actually gold pickups because I actually want more of this guitar to be gold. Right now it's only the pickup covers and the pick guard that's gold. I actually want a little bit more, so I want the pickups to be gold as well. So I bought gold cover pickups. Yep. So these are what they look like. Actually, they come with two special screws. Put that there, and okay. So yeah, they're just going to be pure gold covers as well. So these are nickel covers on these Broadtrons. I'm going to switch them out for gold covers. Okay, and yeah, you guys can see these say TV Jones Duotron. Let me actually wrap it. This is the neck pickup here. So these pickups are pretty expensive. They cost $200 each, and that's because it's an aftermarket boutique pickup maker. Typically, you would see those kind of prices. If I were to buy from Jason Lawler or Lindy Frelin or Seymour Duncan's, it wouldn't be that much different. TV Jones is well respected though. But this is for Gretsch, right? TV Jones focus on Gretsch, so it's not like I have that many other aftermarket pickup makers to look to. I mean, these days Gretsch Filtertrons are getting more popular than before, but still, they're not as common as a PAF humbucker, regular humbucker style replacement. So anyways, went to TV Jones because they're the most well-known. So this is what they look like. This is the neck pickup here. What's cool about the neck pickup and the bridge pickup for this particular pickup is that they're actually reversed. So this is the bridge pickup. I'm going to show you guys what the differences are. Okay. So yeah, you guys can see the Gretsch pickup, the Duotron pickup here, the neck and the bridge are like opposite patterns. So yeah, like it's like one side has these steel screws and then the other side has these blade style pickups, which is really cool and interesting and unique. And they're gold pickup covers and everything, but just the design of these pickups are really unique. I don't think I've seen them in any other pickup. Actually, maybe Railhammer I think is the other one that makes pickups kind of like this, but they're more like high output humbuckers. These are not that high output compared to a regular humbucker. And then they're all made in the USA, of course. So part of the reason why they're so expensive, but yeah, if you buy from these boutique pickup makers, they're mostly going to be made in USA, some made in the UK if they're from the UK, but a lot of these are going to be fully hand wound and made in the USA. And by hand wound, I mean they wind them on pickup machines, but by hand. So the traverse, the wire traverse, whatever, that's done by hand. All right. I just wish that TV Jones would do more styles. So not just Filtertron types, but I wish they would do like gold foils, right? I really like gold foils, like Tesco type pickups. I've been trying to put gold foils in my guitars, but you know, these require special adapters and stuff like that. So really I don't have many options when it comes to replacing these, because this is a Gretsch. So I wish TV Jones would do more styles. Like, yeah, a gold foil would be nice. I mean, even wide range humbucking style, that's another one they could do. Maybe they could do, I mean, Jason Lawler does a ton of this as well, right? And Curtis Novak, like they all do like a whole bunch of different styles, custom styles. But yeah, and then this clip neck system, this is what they say. Clip neck system and clip bridge system comes with these. Those are extra parts. And I have to, there's extra adapters I have to do as well if they're mounting it to Broadtron, blacktop style pickup mounts like these. They need some extra adapters and stuff like that. So I'll be using those. Comes with a little blurb actually. It's Jones Duotron. Yeah, so it comes with a little blurb of the history of the Duotron. Paul Yandel, who is apparently a good friend of Ray Butts, and Ray Butts is the inventor of the Filtertron, which is one of the first humbucking pickups. I think this is an interesting history lesson thing, but who came out with the first humbucking pickup is kind of a matter of debate and dispute, because Seth Lover actually he filed that patent right for his humbucker, now known as the Gibson humbucker, or the PAF because it's patent applied for. That's actually what PAF stands for, and they're called PAF because that's when because it said patent applied for, and that's when all the most famous, at the time, the most famous Gibson Les Pauls, which are 58 to 60, they had the patent applied for writing on the humbuckers. I mean, obviously the patent's not pending anymore, but at that time it was said patent pending. So it says like patent applied for, PAF. That's what everyone associates with the hard rock tones of the 60s and 70s. But yeah, so I think Seth Lover, when he filed that patent, it was actually after Ray Butts already invented the Filtertron, but he filed it first. So it's like Seth Lover filed the patent for humbucker first before Ray Butts, but Ray Butts technically came up with the Filtertron before. So who actually invented the humbucker is a matter of debate. You know, you could say it's Ray Butts, because he did invent it first, he just didn't file the patent first with Seth Lover. But yeah, so after Mr. Paul Yandel passed away in 2011, then TV Jones and his family, and Paul Yandel's family, I guess, decided to do this project. And it's based on, I guess, on Paul Yandel's idea as well. And then there's instructions for actually installing the pickup. So this is what I'll be paying attention to. Height adjustment, I'm using the universal mount, and then I have to pay close attention to to where I solder the wires to the pots. So this is what I'll be going off of. Okay, cool. First, let's get started by taking off the strings. We have to take off the strings. I'm going to do a string change as well. That's something that might as well do because we have to take them off anyways. So I have a pair of D'Addarios, and I always get I always want to get the coated strings, right? So the nickel-plated steel electric. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going with the D'Addario XS. Yeah. So whenever I go with strings, I usually go with elixirs because they're coated, but I also want to try other coated strings. So this will be my first time trying D'Addario XS strings. So these are, I don't know how recently they came out, but I think elixirs actually might be the first ones to come out with coated strings. But anyways, I've always been a fan of coated strings because they last a lot longer and I don't have to change them as often. So I'm going with these coated strings, the D'Addario XS. Nickel-plated steel, and they're super light. Okay, good. Yeah, so might as well take off the strings first. That's something we gotta do before we change out the pickups. And by the way, like these humbuckers, the Broadtrons, they're not bad at all. I mean, anything by Tim Shaw is not bad, but it's just a little bit too high output for what I want, because don't play all that much hard rock music. I play mostly blues and jazz, and yeah, you know, I play hard rock stuff sometimes, but I actually really like low output pickups more. But I also want to try something that's a little bit different than the classic Filtertron sounds. That's why I didn't get the TV Classics. Magnetrons kind of look cool. Magnetrons kind of like adjustable Alnico magnets, I believe. They're using Alnico magnets, so that's almost like a cross between, the way they describe it is kind of like a cross between a regular Filtertron sound and a Darmond or a Dynasonic type of sound, which is pretty cool. Which they also have. They also have T-Armands. But chose not to go with the single coil this time because I already have a bunch of guitars with single coils on them. And I already tried the Dynasonic before, which is a good pickup. They're nice pickup. And I think, yeah, I just want to try something a little bit different. So, yeah, I have my GNL ASAT Special already has the magnetic field design pickups, which are basically like almost a little bit higher output Dynasonic pickups in terms of their tone. I mean, they're using ceramic magnets, not Alnico, but still. Yeah, I have a lot of single coil pickups already, so I just want to try something a little bit different. So I didn't go with Dynasonics this time. Going with something, nor am I going with the Magnetrons. Magnetrons would be cool, but yeah, I decided to do something in between a Filtertron, I guess, and a high-low-tron or Supertron pickup. Okay. Powertron. I think, is there a Powertron? There's something like pretty high output that they make as well. So not quite that high output, but something in between. And also these just look really cool, like half steel pole, half blade. That's really cool, right? Don't have any pickup like that. Yeah, which is another reason I like gold foils. Gold foils look really cool. They just look really unique. But unfortunately, it's pretty much, I don't know any maker that makes gold foils for Gretches. You can find them for humbucker routes, like Jason Lawler makes some. The novel foils, I think, for the humbucker. So you can find some gold foils for humbucking routes, but not for Gretsch routes. Yeah, by humbucker I mean, of course, Gibson type humbuckers. Oh man, the big speed bridge is a little bit more intricate to change out the strings compared to a Strat. So first I'm going to take off the, actually this is adjusting the height of the pickups. Let's see if I can take this off. Actually, maybe the pickguard has to come off first. I've actually never changed out the pickups on a Gretsch. I've only changed them out on, which pickups have I changed out before? My custom parts caster, actually, I built like my own guitar before, and then that one was kind of like a Fender Telecaster thin line style, so I changed out the pickups on that, actually installed it on that, and also changed it out on that. I changed it out twice, actually. I had Lindy Twang Masters, I believe, and a Lawlertron, and I changed them both out for a Lawlertron. And then I changed the Lawlertrons out for a Tone Rider Rebel P90s before. And then I had the Bohemian TNT, which is like the oil can guitar. That was a very unique guitar to change the pickups out of. That one I changed the P90s out for Lawler Gold Foils, and then changed out the Lawler Gold Foils later for Rebel P90s as well. So those are the pickups I changed out before. So I've worked mostly with Strat style guitars, I guess. Haven't done a Gretsch style before. Okay, so this pickguard comes off like that, I think. Okay. Man, this screw is deep. Well, maybe the screw just doesn't like to come out. Huh. Oh no, it's held in place by... Oh, it's interesting. It's already out, actually. But it's held in place by this thing here. Oh, okay. So this one also has to come out. It's this thing that's holding the pickguard. Interesting. Okay, there now we've got the pickguard assembly out. Interesting. Okay, that's how to do it. All right, so this is without the pickguard now. So let's see, this one comes out like that. Interesting. So yeah, this is basically the Broadtron style pickup right here. What comes stock in the Gretsch, which is a Tim Shaw design, I believe. So that's what it looks like. How do I even have access to the pot here? How am I going to solder this? So on a Strat, it's easy because I can just take apart. Yeah, on a Strat, I can just take off the pickguard and I can see the wires going to the pots and everything. This one, it's like the pots are inside. How do I have access to them? I obviously cannot open up this guitar. This is not able to be opened up like a Strat is. So, yeah, like this part is not gonna... In a Strat, you have a pickguard here and then you open it up and then you can see the pots and everything. It's actually mounted on the back of the pickguard when it comes to a Strat. But this one, I have no access to the pots. How the heck am I gonna replace these? So I think I might actually have to take out the input jack to be able to push the pots through this hole. I think that's how people do it here. Yeah, it's definitely not as easy as on a Strat. On a Strat, all the pots are just, you flip over the pickguard, you have access to the pots. Easy. Here, yeah, I have to like maybe disconnect the input jack and try to like push it through. But first, I'm actually curious to see how this one is going to mount into this bracket here. They're different sizes. This is like, I can clearly tell this magnet, this pickup here is a little bit bigger. It's like slightly bigger. So I wonder how it's gonna fit in the same bracket here. So I'm just curious about that. I'm gonna actually disconnect this out of the wire is still gonna be connected, of course, but I'm just gonna disconnect it from the mounting ring. Because yeah, I'm just curious to see how it's gonna fit. This is definitely gonna be a harder pickup swap than all my other previous pickup changes. It was easier to change it on my parts caster because it was simple as just flipping over the pickguard. This guitar, man, oh man. Yeah, the pickguard is like, yeah, it's not gonna help us here. It's just, you just have to like dismount the pickguard, that's it, but it's not gonna help us reach the pots. The springs come off, screws come off here. Never worked with a Gretsch pickup before, so. Okay, this is the mounting ring. So I'm curious, this is part of the pickup, it seems. Yeah, it seems like these suspenders are part of the pickup. That's interesting. It's actually part of the pickup. So I wonder how it mounts, how this one would mount into here. Say if I wanted to mount this one to here, what would I have to do? So let's take out the, so I got dual screw mount adapter here. This is something I got, but I think, let's see how that helps us here. I think we're gonna need more of these actually. This is like, I only get one for 2 screw adjustment, right? So I don't have like the suspenders that this pickup has. I don't have the suspender. So yeah, as you guys can tell, there's suspenders, which are this little side part here. One only has 1 screw on the side and one has 2 screws. The TV Jones pickup has no suspenders on either side. So that's something I'm trying to figure out here. Oh, okay, I see how it works. So basically, with the TV Jones, like, because this one doesn't have these suspenders that the Filtertron pickups do. They give you clip-on suspenders, so you just, on the back of it, you see, you clip on this one here, just punch it in the holes here on the back. And then what you do is you take one of the screws and then you thread it through. It goes right through the suspender. Yeah. It goes right through the suspender like that. And that's your clip-on suspender. And then after that, you have a spring here. Put that spring in here, and then that's how you thread it through the mount. Yeah, but the thing is, with this one of them has 2 holes. So I think that's another issue. So with this one, only one of them has 1 hole like this. The other one has 2 holes. So because that one has 2 holes, yeah, I mean ideally one of these suspenders would actually have 2 holes, right? But instead I think that's what this adapter is for. So for the 2-hole one, I put it right here, yeah, and then turns into 2 holes like that. Okay, I see how it works. So I really do need to have this adapter, because okay, this one has 1 hole. That's fine for the normal suspender. It also only has 1 hole, but then because this side has 2 holes, I have to thread it through. So this is only 1 hole. So I had to use this adapter here, which I had to buy separately, and it's a dual screw mount adapter. And then I just mount it on top of here, and then I basically, right, convert it into two holes essentially. So that's what this little adapter is for, is convert it into 2 holes. Okay, I think that's how it works. Alright, so I think I know how to mount this. It's just, now the question is getting the pots out. I have to get the pots out first, and then mount it, and solder everything. Okay. Okay, so now I have like a whole bunch of parts on the table. These are all Gretsch parts. Reason is because other than just changing out the pickups, I'm actually going to go ahead and change out almost everything on the guitar actually. Because to be honest, I want this to be in mostly gold hardware. It's kind of annoying that they mix it up between gold hardware and nickel hardware. Actually chrome hardware, I guess. So I want to just swap it all out for gold hardware. So I'm going to be changing out, yeah, strap locks. Actually, the strap locks have been taken off here. The pickup selector switch, all the knobs here for the tone and volume. The pickup covers obviously will be swapped to gold because that's what I bought. And the tone, I guess, Electromatic bridge, yeah, I'm going to swap that out. Even the Bigsby bridge, I have a replacement for that. So I'll be swapping out all the parts on here for gold hardware. Because it feels weird to me that it's a mix of chrome and gold. I just want it to be all gold. And then of course I'm going to, actually even the input jack, I'm going to switch out to gold as well. So even that one. And yeah, that's pretty much what I'll do. Actually I've already taken off part of the input jack already. It's a very tiny screw-in washer here. Already taken that off. And the reason for that is because I have to push the pots through this opening here in order to get to the pots. Yes, it's definitely a lot more work compared to a Stratocaster, right? A lot more work comparing to like a Stratocaster type guitar. Like, man, there's just so many things I have to change. Okay, so I'm gonna put like all the gold hardware here. This I'll do, actually I'll probably like swap out the gold hardware as I go along, because I have to change out a lot of these components in order to change the pickups anyways. So I have to like remove a lot of these. And I found the right, so the next step is, yeah, so I input selector switch, input guitar input jack. Yeah, guitar input jack, I basically had to unscrew that. And then the next step after that is these knobs right here. So I have to change out the knobs in order to push the pots out. Unfortunately, this is what we have to do in a Gretsch. There's a lot more work involved than on a Stratocaster. So I found the right Allen key, I think. You need an Allen key to undo these knobs right here. So I think I found the right size Allen key for this. So let me just do this. Do that. Okay, and that knob just comes off just like that. All right, so yeah, changing out the knobs is not too difficult, just need the right size Allen key for that. Okay, knobs are out. I just got to unscrew this, and I'm gonna need a wrench for that. Let me find the right size wrench. Okay, so for unscrewing these nuts, I'm going to be using another tool, and that's this one. I found this tool. This one, yeah, I have to find the right size for this. I think these are the right size. 12 millimeters, 11 millimeters. And somewhere between 12 and middle. I think it's probably the old 11 millimeters. Let's try this one. 11 millimeters right here. Stick this on, and then we're just going to put it like this, and then we're going to unscrew it. Both the neck pickup and the bridge pickup for the Broadtron pickups that Tim Shaw designed for these blacktop Broadtron pickups, neck pickup and bridge pickups. It's interesting. Doesn't actually say how much resistance are on these. Just says ROHS compliant. That's all it says. There's one conductor wire. That's good. If it's dual conductor wires with a split coil, that would be a lot more complicated. But yeah, these are the Filtertron pickups. Interesting because I'm not sure if these are actually, like, these are not traditional Filtertron pickups, right? Traditional Filtertron pickups I think are designed a little bit differently, but these have manually adjustable pull pieces here. So very interesting, manually adjustable pull pieces. Okay. Anyways, it's that, and then go in on. Okay, we'll remove this one. Pickup selector switch. That's a very easy one to remove. This Electromatic bridge, I'm going to remove that. What does it need? It needs a I'm going to put my Allen keys. So this one, that's the Allen key. I think, is this the same size? Let me see. Yes, I think it's the same size Allen key as for the, yep. Same size Allen key as for the knobs. So I'm going to use this Allen key to unscrew the Electromatic bridge. So yeah, this is the Electromatic bridge gone. I'll be replacing it with a gold colored one. So yeah, I'll place the gold colored one later and put it back on. Then what else? The Bigsby I think can be taken out as well, because I do have a replacement Bigsby. Let me just check to see if this one fits. This replacement Bigsby. Even a gold spring? Oh no, they don't have a gold spring. I was like, this spring here is like, I wish it would be like, if they really went the extra distance, they should have got a gold spring. But it's just the same nickel spring, I guess. But it has gold screws, so that's nice. Even the screws are in gold. So yeah, I got this one actually from a authorized, I guess, Bigsby dealer, but it's a Gretsch style, so it's, yeah, meant to replace the one in Gretsch. So yeah, same screw, same spring, but then these ones have gold screws, which are nice. Even the spacer is a little bit different here. This one basically has the white spacer, this one has a red spacer. Pretty interesting. we have to do for this little part here. I have to basically, this thing is really hard to get out. So actually I'm gonna just nudge it a bit with these pliers here, just move the screws a little bit, because this end part is like really hard to get out. So if you guys can't see, this little part here that has like a little bump is holding in this Bigsby, so I cannot pull it out because of that. That's why I need to loosen it up a bit with these pliers. Loosen it up a bit, and then I'm going to use just my hands maybe. See if I can. It's this way. Yep. Loosen it a bit with the pliers, and I can use my hand to pull it out. Okay, there we go. Oh my god, okay. That is annoying to pull this Bigsby thing out. So, yeah. So if you guys are having trouble with this little bit here, this is the bit that basically is a part of the strap lock actually, that's attached to the end of the Gretsch. Yeah, just loosen it a bit with some pliers, and then you can just like hand unscrew it, I guess. So yeah, that's the Bigsby gone. Next, we are going to get the rest of these, I guess, nuts off of the that were formerly part of the knobs. We're trying to get that off. So yeah, so get these nuts off. Alright, so now you guys can see everything's been disassembled from here, pretty much. Got the all the knobs and the pots have been pushed through. You have to push them through in order to get them out. Same with the input jack here. That's been also pushed in. And then, yeah, I even unscrewed got the Bigsby out. So I got the Bigsby out. Actually I'm going to undo these two because I'm going to replace these. This amount of stuff out. Alright, now it's time, we got to push the pots up through the pickup routes. So now we have more space to push the pots out, and then we're going to do some soldering in order to get the new pickups in. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is actually need a long screwdriver or something to get this pots up here. So again, this is much harder on this guitar than on Strat, being able to get these pots. Okay, so that's one pot here. Okay, so it looks like I may need to pull out the pots after all, because what I read online, it looks like these quick connects, they're called quick connect harness or something like that. Yes, some quick connect harness system that they have here. Since I don't have those for the TV Jones, I might have to just desolder the entire thing from the pots. So I think that's what I read online. So I might just have to do that, just take out the old pickups. So once again, these are the old Electromatic pickups right here with the quick connect harness. I'm going to take those out, and I'm just going to pull out the pots from here, and just going to desolder them from the pots actually. I'm going to pull out the entire system from here because I actually pulled out the input jack and everything. So which I needed to do, right, in order to pull this out. So that's why I had to, yeah, I had to unscrew the input jack so I can pull out this entire assembly, including the input jack. See, okay, that's the input jack right here. So yeah, this is the entire pod assembly system I had to pull out like this. Really not a great way to do things compared to the Strat. Strat, you just, or Strat or Tele, you just lift up the pick guard, the pots are right there. This Gretsch thing, oh my god, like, yeah, to like disassemble the input and pots and everything, pull it all out through the pickup cavities, like that's so annoying. And then putting them back is going to be annoying too. That's going to be a pain in the ass. So this is the input jack right here, and then this is the different pots. I think this is going by what it looks like here. Input jack. This might be the... Alright guys, so now we're finally ready to solder the pickups on. So what I noticed here, so basically I have to desolder the old harness system, which is what these, it's like a quick connect harness system I have to desolder. So I have to desolder this, and I'm trying to follow how it's doing it. So basically this is a red and black wire here. The black is the ground. So the black wire goes in through here, and this is the neck pickup. The neck pickup is black and red, and then I think it's like terminating in this like the black wire is going to the ground of the pot, and then the red wire is going through kind of the middle section of the middle, I guess, prong of the pot here. So that's how it's I think that's how it's working. So yeah, basically I have to desolder these two, and then I'll be soldering the black one, I guess would be the ground here for the polyandal pickup, and then the white one is going to be the lead. So the same thing for the bridge pickup. I can see that on the Broadtron bridge pickup, it's black and white. So I'm guessing here, actually yeah, it's black and white, but then it goes to black and blue. So then black and blue here, it terminates, I think similarly the black is going to go to the ground here, and the blue is going to go to the middle prong. And then what's interesting is I see, like, for this master volume one, there's like a capacitor here. So they have a capacitor right on the middle prong here, and then it goes to the input jack, of course, well, one of the leads. So yeah, I think I know how it works. So like, yeah, let's try desoldering the quick harness system, and yeah, see if that works. So let's do it. This is the neck pickup. I'm gonna do the neck pickup first. So I have to desolder this one, this part I desolder, and this part has to be desoldered right in the middle. Okay, so hold this. Okay, so got my soldering iron here. This is gotta be very careful with this thing, because this thing is very hot. If you touch your skin with this, it's gonna like burn off. So I have to be very careful about this one. Alright, so basically the soldering, I guess on here, the solder was not cooperating. So like I tried to desolder it, and yeah, it wouldn't desolder basically. So I had to just use my scissors here, and I carefully cut the wires off. And when I read the instructions, by the way, I think this is probably the right way to do it. Because look, the Gretsch instructions here from the TV Jones says that the lead wire is actually going back to the neck pickup of my Duotrons here. The lead wire is the white one here, as I guessed, and it connects to the middle prong right here. Whereas the black wire is the ground, and it connects to the pot, right? Because it's the ground. So I guessed right. That's what I guessed basically. On other guitars like a Strat or Tele, where you put the lead wire, it actually depends, right? I think it might be on the left prong or right prong, but on the Gretsch, it's the middle prong. So that's what I expected. And yeah, basically I had to disconnect these two wires here. These were attaching the harness or the quick connect system to the pot, and now I will be soldering the neck pickup onto the pot. So yeah, now we're going to be soldering the TV Jones Duotron neck pickup. Alright, so we got two wires here. The white wire would be the easier one, I think. So let's do that one first. And we're just going to solder that onto the middle prong here of the pot. So we got our soldering iron. Again, this is make sure not to touch it because it's very hot. So what I have to do here is ideally I want to reuse this solder. So hopefully we can reuse some of the solder here and just attach the white one to it. So this guitar is not, yeah, it's not an even body. It's not like a Strat or anything like that, or a Telly. So it's, yeah, it's a little bit hard to put my thing on here. Okay, just gotta put this lead through it and just leave it there for it to harden. Okay, good. Just got the lead in there. It's hardening, okay. And then I just gotta put this black lead on this ground on the pot. So yeah, that's it. So now you guys can see that the pot, the lead wire has been soldered onto the middle prong. The black wire has been soldered onto the pot because that's the ground. So yeah, that's the neck pickup done. Neck pickup is done. All right, next we move on to the bridge pickup. So bridge pickup is here. Again, we might have to cut these wires if the solder doesn't want to cooperate. We'll see. And yeah, again, look at the middle here. This one is like, it can't be pulled out as much. Can it? Nope. Doesn't want to be pulled out. Alright, so I just have to like hold it on like this maybe. Jeez. I hold it on like this. Yeah, maybe that's okay. So hold it like this. This one is harder to do because it's like, it doesn't want to come out that much. Now we just have to solder the bridge pickup on. So bridge pickup, Duotron is ready to be soldered. And we have the white lead and the black ground. There we go. Push that in. Wait for it to cool. Harden. Okay, we're good. White pickup, lead has been soldered on. Now for the black one. The ground, okay, I think I got it. Good. Oh man, okay. That one took a bit longer than I wanted. But yeah, that is the bridge pickup soldered. So here we go. You can see the bridge. This is the pot for the bridge. Lead pickup has been soldered onto the middle prong, and black wire has been soldered onto the pot, white wire onto the middle prong. So yeah, we're good now. I think that is the bridge pickup connected. So yeah, that was it. That was our pickups. So that's done. Can pull away the soldering iron now. And yeah, it's unfortunate we can't use this like quick connect system. Yeah, we have to just solder it directly onto the pots. But I think that's it. I don't think I have to solder anything onto the master volume pots. Or the master tone control, because this is already pre-soldered, and I think there's nothing from the pickups connecting it to it. So yeah, but yeah, that's it. And then the input jack right here. So now next what I'm going to do is I can actually test the pickups right now by connecting my cable to this input jack, and then by putting a screwdriver to these pickups, so make sure that I can also use a multimeter as well. I have a multimeter, but I can also use just my screwdriver to these pickups to make sure that they get a signal. So just to make sure that these pickups are properly connected. Right. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to test out to see if the pickups were soldered correctly and everything's working. So what I'm going to do is without having to put back the guitar everything completely, because if it doesn't work, I don't want to take out everything again. So yeah, basically I have the input jack right here, and I'm just going to put the patch cable here through the input jack, touching the connector, and then I have an amp right here. I'm going to put it through the amp actually. Just a very light portable amplifier right here I'm going to use. So I'm going to put it through this amplifier, the input. Okay, so now I'm going to be using a screwdriver. Make sure that everything's connected properly. Right. Let's see, volume up. Okay. If this is connected properly, then you should be hearing a sound on here. Once you turn up the volume, maybe the volume's off. There's a master volume here. Oh, here we go. Okay, let's turn up the volume on here. You guys hear that noise? That's the pickup working as expected, I think. Let's pick up the bridge. So right now the bridge and the neck pickup are both on, so they should be making a noise here. Okay, so they're both on. Now turn it to the neck position only, so only the neck pickup should be working. This pickup shouldn't make a noise. Okay, no noise, because it's not working. Bridge pickup only, so this pickup shouldn't be making a noise. No noise. This pickup only making a noise. Okay, that's how I know both pickups are working as expected, and of course both working right in the middle position. Awesome. So that means the soldering was done correctly, and yeah, shouldn't be any issues, because yeah, that's just basically how I'm testing it without having to put everything back in, right? Just putting it through the input jack here. Yeah, so all right, everything works. That's cool. Awesome. All right, so now we're gonna put everything back in, and then we're also going, at the same time, we're gonna install the gold hardware because I want to have a gold hardware and all this. Okay, so let's do that. All right. What I have to do here is somehow, so this is actually going to be a hard part, because I have to figure out how to push everything back in without damaging any of these pots. And I have to put the input jack where it belongs as well. I think I've found out what's the issue. It's something on the tone control that wasn't grounded properly. Now, I don't know why this is. I never touched the tone control, but apparently there is some, I don't know, loose wire or something here that caused it not to be grounded, so that's why it's making that noise. First of all, I'm going to take out the quick connect. These are the quick connect wires right here. So I actually just took them out from here because they're no longer necessary. They were used only for these pickups. So I'm just going to put them back on these pickups. Yeah, so these wires are basically part of these pickups because I'm not using them, because my TV Jones doesn't support quick connect. So yeah, these wires will go back onto these pickups. Alright. Now this issue. So the reason how I know it's this issue, so you hear this noise, right? This noise means that something isn't grounded properly. So I've basically tried, you know, seeing what it could be, right? Is it any of these tone controls? I didn't touch any. I didn't touch the master volume. I did not touch the master tone control. I only touched the bridge and neck pots. So what could it be? The thing is, I found just like when I was using this is the master tone control. This one seems to be the one that's affecting this ground volume here. So something to do with this one. But I found out when I touched the this one to ground, basically this is some loose wire here. If I touch it to the pot, it stops. So that means that something about the master tone control wasn't grounded properly. Because basically, see this wire, if I touch it to the pot, then it stops. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to solder this wire then onto the bottom of this pot, because I know apparently there's this other grounding issue that I did not know about. So okay, didn't know about this other grounding issue. Let's do another soldering thing then. This time with the tone control pot, which I did not expect. So let's get that out for now. At least I kind of figured out what that was. So yeah, now let's okay, let's see if that works. Try to get that connection grounded. Let's see if that works. I'm gonna plug in once again, test it out, see if there's still noise. Okay, no noise anymore, right? No noise anymore. I just turned the amp on. Again, test the pickups. This is both pickups on, neck, bridge. Okay, good. Neck only. No bridge. Okay, bridge only. No neck. Bridge. Okay, good. Now we're going to dial back down the tone control here. So you should be hearing a different tone. Yep. A more muted tone, I guess, because the tone control has been turned down. Master volume, let's turn that down. It shouldn't be anything from both of these. Okay, nothing. That's what we expect. Yeah, that looks like it's working. Now let's turn up the master volume again and just turn down the neck volume. Shouldn't be anything from the neck. Nothing. This bridge should still have something. Yep. Good. Next, let's turn down the bridge volume. So it should be neck, nothing from the bridge. Good, nothing from the bridge. Alright, so everything working as expected and there's no noise. Turn back up the tone control and then... Okay, so I fixed that. For some reason there was a grounding issue with the tone pot. I don't know what, but there was a grounding issue. So that's been fixed. I just basically had to solder this wire onto the back of the tone pot and then fix the grounding issue. So yeah, once I heard that noise, I was like, that's gotta be a grounding issue, right? I don't know why, because I didn't touch the tone pot, but anyways, that was the tone pot. Okay, so I fixed that issue. Now, I've got to find a way to stuff this back in here somehow. I don't know how, but we're gonna try. Okay, so basically now I've got the ground and everything hooked up properly. There's some issues there, but now that I got the ground properly hooked up in the tone control, I had to put the pots back in, and this is actually going to be a very annoying process because, yeah, I don't know how that's gonna like what. Okay, the input jack has to go in first, right? And then this is the tone control, and we have to put the washer and everything on the tone control. And tone control, I think, is going to be the master tone control. I think is going here. So we have to like kind of, yeah, we have to kind of like nudge everything back in. I think it has to go through the neck actually, because this ground wire is like hooked up here. guys, that was like the toughest part of this was to get the pots back in through the holes, get the input jack back. Oh my god, that was insane. I never want to take these out again. And hopefully there's no issue. Let's just test it. If there is a grounding issue, I'm going to go insane, okay? Because I do not want to take these back out. So let's hope there's no grounding issue or anything. So yeah, time to test these out. I'm going to plug in the input jack, turn it on. Hopefully there's no issues. Okay, no grounding issues so far. I don't hear any noise. Nice sound. Okay. Oh, thank God. Neck only, no bridge. Bridge only, no neck. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. It works. There's no grounding issues. Okay, if there's a grounding issue, like if that means I would hear like a bunch of noise. I was gonna like, I don't know what I would do, dude. I do not want to take these out again. Okay. Now that that's over, that was like an ordeal. We are going to mount these pickups on here, and for these we need to use the special TV Jones mounting ring. Okay, so that was actually the hardest part. Mounting the pickups is probably the next thing I need to think about here. The bridge system, and it's my adapter here. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I need to, a lot of equipment for that. All right. So yeah, basically for this part, what I have to do is, this is a mounting ring, and I need to use this little adapter here to be able to mount, and the clip-ons that TV Jones gave me to mount onto the pickups. So this is going to do the neck pickup first. So the neck pickup first. Both of the clip-ons are screwed to the back of this, so now it's exactly like this, except one of them is going to have 2 holes. This one has 2 holes. This only has 1. That's where I need the adapter. So if I wanted to fit it into the mounting ring like this, then this side is going to need, this side is going to need the adapter. So here's the adapter right here. But anyways, yeah, for some reason these TV Jones pickups are just physically smaller than the Broadtron pickups, so that's why there's like a little bit of space here. It's a little bit weird, but yeah, it works. Just a little bit weird. And then it'll mount like basically like this. Mounted like that. Yeah, just a little bit of weird. It's just weird because of a little bit of space there. It's like a gap. Alright, so yeah, that's the neck pickup is now installed in the Gretsch. So now it's time for the bridge pickup. Okay, clip-ons are now installed. Next step is the adapter. So yeah, that's it guys. I got both the pickups installed now, both Paul Yandell Duotron pickups, and that was, wow. That took much longer than installing the pickups for Strat or Telly, I can tell you that. Not easy. So it's not actually the soldering, just the soldering of the pickups themselves, but just, man, getting the pots out, that's a really tough part. What a pain in the ass. Raise these pickups up a little bit more. Okay. All right. Now we're going to put the other gold hardware on. So let's put the Bigsby on. This is like the biggest thing. Okay, Bigsby. Okay, so I got a gold strap lock. So maybe this could help. Just use a gold strap lock to, yeah, this helps. I just use the gold strap lock and just use this one to thumb screw it in like this. Okay, that works. So yeah guys, got my gold strap lock there. Had to thumb screw it in. Next up is the Electromatic bridge right here. So I'm going to put the gold Electromatic bridge on here. So remember I disassembled the original chrome one and put the gold plated one on here. Anyways, Electromatic bridge is now installed like this. So the Bigsby right here. Okay, next up, just put the toe knobs on here. Actually, we need a gold. I even have a gold pickup selector switch, which I'm going to put here. It's a simple matter of just twist. Okay, so next we're going to upgrade the tuners. So in order to disassemble the tuners, I'm going to have to change out the bit on this this little tool here. I think this is going to be using 10 millimeters, not 11. So. Now the tuners are off. yeah, so basically we are now going to put the new tuners in. So these are the new tuners. They're gold tuners, of course. Want everything to be gold. I love gold. Now, just to match, just to match the rest of the guitar, I want it to be gold. So yeah, of course. Oh, here's all the assemblies. They don't give me the screws. I'll have to reuse the screws from those ones. Wonder if these are. I wonder what Gretsch uses. What tuners are these? Are these Grovers or Gotos or what? Marvel? What's that? I wonder what kind of tuners are these? Grovers or Gotos or Schallers? Not sure. It doesn't say. I don't know what Marvel is. And these are like no-name tuners maybe too. They don't say anything. I think these are just officially licensed Gretsch tuners, but I don't know who makes them actually. Usually with all guitar companies, they have like Schaller or Grover, Cluson, Goto make their tuners, but I'm not sure. Okay. And then this is the top. Okay, so let's put the backs in first. So each of these they're just going to go in the same way. That's good. So that's it, guys. You see I put the gold tuners on here. So yeah, this is pretty good. Gold tuners. And basically all gold hardware. Alright, so now last thing to do is just to put the pickguard back on, and then we'll have completed our gold transformation, our full gold transformation of this this Gretsch Electromatic Center Block Junior. Alright guys, that's it. The full transformation of the Gretsch Electromatic Center Block Junior. I forgot to put the Bigsby on here. It's going to be like that. Yep. Full transformation of the Gretsch Center Block, Electromatic Center Block Junior into a full gold guitar, including the tuners. Pickups have been upgraded to TV Jones Duotrons. Bigsby bridge has been upgraded to gold. Tone controls upgraded all to gold. And yeah, even the pickup selector switch has been upgraded to gold, and the tuners have all been upgraded. I mean, even the strap locks have been upgraded to gold. So yeah, a full gold transformation of the Gretsch Electromatic Center Block Junior. Man, that was a process, especially changing out the pickups and taking out the pots and everything. That was crazy. But yeah, everything I think should be good. So that's it. Next up, I'm going to restring it. Like I said, with the D'Addario strings that I have. These are going to be the excess strings, and then we're going to play the Gretsch and then see what these pickups are like. I'm really excited about these Paul Yandel Duotrons. So yeah, guys, stay tuned for that. The way to restring a Bigsby is actually really kind of confusing. So basically for a Bigsby, so this is the old Bigsby bridge here. I had to adjust the this part right here so it aims in the same direction. But then what happens with the strings is that when you have like this roller bar right here, it goes underneath the bar, and then it goes actually goes underneath this part and wraps around and then goes into the pin right there. and then that allows it to keep the tension with the bar right here. So that's kind of like that's new to me, right? I'm used to restring like Strat style or Tele style guitars. So yeah, and I've actually never restrung a Bigsby. And I know Bigsby are on Gibsons as well, but this is my first time restringing a Bigsby. So yeah, let's do it. Let's try it. Hopefully it'll stay in tune. So it's the spring right here. Jeez, yeah. There's nothing holding the spring into in the Bigsby except for tension. That's the only thing holding this spring in place. It's just this tension part. So make sure that there's enough tension. This is the low E string. I'm gonna start from the low E and then go up to the high E. So yeah, that's how I usually do it. And by low E, I mean, yeah, the lowest string here, which is actually the 6th string. And then, yeah, hopefully it goes on the rollers here for the Tunematic bridge. So it goes under the bar right here. Yeah, under the bar. And then I have to crimp it. I have to crimp this string right here. Crimp it a little bit, and then thread it through. So this is definitely something that's a little bit different. And thread it through, and then have it actually no, I think the way I do it is, yeah, sorry, it goes under the first bar but then over the second bar. I think that's how it works. Okay, alright, finally got this guitar all set up now. So yeah, all stringed and everything, all set up. All upgraded to gold hardware, pickups, everything upgraded. So now we're gonna test it out. And I'm bring my Swart tube amp in here, and we're gonna test out the fruits of our labors, or my labors, and see if all that was worth it. So stay tuned. Alright. So now let's test out the Gretsch Electromatic Center Block Junior with all the upgrades and stuff, including the TV Jones Jones Duotrons. Alright, I have my Swart Atomic Junior here. I'm going to use this amp. Turn the volume, tone, space, put my reverb on. No pedals or anything, just going straight into the amp. Alright, let's test out. Have my tones hooked in. Right? Master volume works. So this is a master volume off, right? Volume rolled down, and you don't hear anything. You roll it up. Here, coming out of the speaker now. Just turned off the bridge pickup, right? This is the bridge pickup control. So if I roll it down, you don't hear the bridge pickup at all. Roll it up, you hear it. Testing the neck pickup. So this is no neck pickup volume. We roll up the neck pickup volume, now you hear it. And then the tone control, turn down the tone control. Yeah, I don't hear, I mean, you hear kind of like a muddier sound. You turn up the tone control, now I hear more clarity. Okay, good. I'm actually going to just the bridge pickup a bit. I think it should be a little bit higher. it's definitely lower output than the Broadtron pickups I had here before. The Broadtron pickups I had before were actually very high output, I would say. They're like more of like a modern, almost like a PAF style, not really PAF, but yeah, almost up there in terms of power. Definitely more power than these ones. These ones, they're marketed as halfway between a TV Classic and a Supertron, and that's really what it is. It's definitely got more power than a TV Classic or a typical Filtertron, but it's still not as powerful as the Broadtron that it replaced, nor is it obviously not as powerful as the Gibson pickup humbucker, right? But still got a lot of clarity, which I like. Bigsby working, right? Good clarity, good note-to-note separation, good dynamics. I'm gonna play loud, soft, like this, right? Both pickups together. Yeah, you can go from loud, soft, that's the dynamics. Pretty nice. Alright, so I just raised the pickup height a little bit more, so the bridge needed to be raised more and the neck pickup a little bit more. But yeah, definitely the bridge needed to be raised more for sure. So now, check it out again. Okay, tone at 7, volume at 7, space at 4, let's try that. Everything turned up to max, both pickups on. That's better. Yeah, pickup height is important. If you don't adjust the pickup height properly, you're not going to hear much from the pickups. They were just way too low, but now they're at the proper height. So you guys can hear it like the sound better now. So just the neck right now. And just the bridge. Yeah, definitely. Definitely got that jangly tone to it. Bridge pickup definitely has a jangly tone that we expect from Filtertrons. The neck has a nice mellow sound that we love on a lot of jazz records and stuff like that. You're jazz guitarists, this is the kind of nice. And then both pickups on. Yeah, both pickups on. It sounds actually a little bit more like the neck than the bridge. So this is just the neck. Neck and middle. I mean neck and bridge. And the bridge. The neck and the middle sound similar. Neck. Neck. Middle. sounds almost like the neck. I mean, I know this pickup is working, but it sounds like almost like the neck is dominating that position. Yeah, the neck pickup in the middle position. Yeah, the neck and the middle position sound very similar to each other. Bridge position is obviously different. But yeah, neck and middle are pretty similar. Is it because the neck is dominating the middle sound? The neck is actually louder. If I just have the neck by itself, it's louder. And that's really the only thing I hear from the neck and middle. Like, neck by itself, it's pretty loud, and then neck middle has a pretty similar tonality to just the neck, but then it's not as loud. Okay, we'll turn down the tone. Tone up. Yeah, everything works as I expect. Okay, so overall I think these Duotrons are pretty nice pickups. They definitely have more clarity compared to the stock Broadtron pickups. The stock Broadtron pickups to me are just, they're kind of too high power for me actually. I mean, they're high output pickups for a Gretsch. They're not as high output as a Gibson humbucker, but still they're relatively high power. So those looking for a more traditional Filtertron tone I think will be more satisfied with the any of the TV Jones pickups actually, but these ones definitely more closer to the traditional Filtertron tone, which is lower output but more clarity. Not as dark as the stock Broadtron pickups. Anyways, yeah, I definitely think this is a nice upgrade for me. The TV Jones Paul Yandel Duotron pickups definitely closer to the sparkly, chimey type of clarity that we expect from Filtertrons compared to the stock Broadtron pickups on here. Even though it was a pain in the ass to upgrade. But in the end, I definitely think I improved the sound of this guitar and looks of this guitar too, because now it's totally gold. None of that half gold, half chrome thing. Now it's all gold, as it should have been. So yeah, that's it, guys. And back of it, of course, tuners and everything. So yeah, overall, was a very laborious process to upgrade this guitar, but in the end I'm very satisfied with it. It's a very beautiful looking guitar and beautiful sounding guitar. Alright, so I actually had to adjust the pickup heights a bit to balance out the sound. So basically, yeah, I had to raise the neck height like a little bit, but the bridge height I had to raise a lot because the bridge naturally receives like less energy from the string vibrations here, so I have to raise it up a little bit more to make the output roughly the same as the neck. Normally the neck has more power because it receives more energy from string vibrations. So the bridge actually had to be raised higher, but now I think we have more balanced sound now. So yeah, this is the neck pickup by itself. Nice warm mellow tone, and then the neck and bridge together. And the bridge by itself. Yeah, nice twangy tone. So yeah. Everything's set to max here. Volume set to 7, tone set to 7, space set to 4, or reverb set to 4. So yeah, you guys can really hear that these TB Jones Duotron pickups definitely sound closer to the classic Filtertron sound compared to the stock Broadtron pickups. I felt like the stock blacktop Broadtron pickups, they're a little bit too high output for me. Like, they're not exactly as high output as a Gibson humbucker, but pretty close to there. So yeah, it's a little bit too dark sounding for me, and I mean, it's definitely had more clarity than a typical Gibson humbucker, but it was a little bit too dark for me. And I wanted something a little bit closer to like a classic Filtertron, and that's what this gives me. This is not exactly as low output as a TB Classic or a, typical Filtertron sound. It's somewhere between a classic and a Supertron sound, but still, it's closer to that sound compared to the blacktop, the blacktop Broadtron pickups. So yeah, turn the volume here. This is the master I'm looking. Do volume swells like that. Yeah, nice. Everything working. shiny bridge sound. Neck pickup has a nice jazzy tone to it, very nice. Neck and middle, perfect combination. It's probably closer to the neck in terms of tone than the bridge though. So this is the neck. Neck and middle. Yeah, it's a little bit closer to the neck. Definitely, yeah, more closer to the neck than the bridge, I would say. So, yeah, so it's got a little bit of the twininess of the bridge, but definitely more of a more closer to the neck in terms of the tone. that's enough noodling for me. Anyways, yeah, I think even though this took a lot of work to upgrade, definitely was a laborious process, but I think, yeah, I definitely got the tone I wanted and the look that I wanted too. So this is I mean, now I've upgraded the pickups to something that's closer to the classic Filtertrons. Not exactly the classic Filtertrons, but something closer, while having a little bit more output. Something can play a little bit, you know, more modern type of more modern songs, as well as the old classic, you know, rockabilly type stuff. You can do both. And so yeah, I think I got a beautiful sound out of this guitar, better than the stock Broadtrons in my opinion, more clarity, closer to the classic Filtertrons, and upgraded the appearance too, because I have the all gold hardware now, as it should be, basically. I don't, you know, none of that half chrome, half gold stuff. Now it's pure gold, I mean full gold hardware as it should have been. So yeah, I didn't like the fact that it came with this half chrome, half gold stuff. It was just, you know, why do that? Just have it all be gold, you know, as it should have been. So yeah, that's it, guys. Upgrading my Electromatic Center Block Junior. I think it's definitely took a long time, but it's worth it. Yeah, both for the sound and for the appearance. So that's it, guys. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and as always, thanks for watching.